This is Maria Throw Grenades at the Devil, Christ Hype Magazine. This is my reality. And I'm going to go through Matthew's chapter 5, verses 1 through 12, Beatitudes, and explain my version of what I feel what the meanings are to me. So verse 1, it says, "And seeing the multitudes, excuse me, he went up into a mountain, and when he was set, his disciples came unto him." So that means to me is that he was seeing many. He went into a mountain, and when he was prepared and he was ready, and his disciples came to him. Verse 2 it says, "And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for there is the kingdom of heaven." So that to me means that those who are poor in spirit for the Lord, theirs is the kingdom of heaven, so that they're going to go to God. He's not holding those things against them for being poor in spirit, but that they're trying to get a hold of the spirit of the Lord.
So the people of God is like people who are the poor in spirit is people who desire God, but they're not so rich, like they're not T.D. Jakes status or
they're just
Myers
not
status.
they're just not as in spirit as they would like to be, but they're trying to get there.
But God still says
but God still sees that they're trying to get to that point. Yeah. So he's not holding that against them, and that they're going to go to heaven.
That's good.
Verse 4 says, "Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted." So if you're mourning and you're going through some things, God's going to be there to help you get through those things. Whatever they are, death in the family, maybe you lost your job, maybe you got hurt, and you have some things going on. For me, that's saying that he's going to comfort you and help you get through those rough times. Verse 5 says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." And for me, I guess it's saying that, I guess meek is what? Humble people. I want to say righteous people as well. That he's going to give them, he's going to let them inherit the earth. They're going to have somewhere to stay, somewhere to live, somewhere to go. Verse 6 says, "Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled." So if you hunger and thirst for righteousness, God's going to fill you with that, because he knows that's what you want in your heart. So he's going to make sure that you're filled up with that.
And that's even for the people who are like, going through a lot of trials in their life. Right. This might be for the alcoholic, but he
or still the drug addict,
or the drug addict, but they still hunger and thirst for righteousness. God is going to fill them up, and that's one of God's promises.
So verse 7 says, "Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy." So if you're merciful towards other people and forgiving and just understanding, God's going to be merciful to you. So, just keep having a good heart for other people. People go through a lot of things, and sometimes, they don't know how to control maybe their emotions or the things that are going on in their life. But it's always good to have mercy for others. Verse 8 says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." You have a pure heart. Those could be children, innocent people. Just being pure of heart. God's gonna allow you to see Him.
Pure heart is like innocent people who are righteous, people who are you don't have to be a child to be a pure heart, but to have a pure heart, it means to be righteous, or to be innocent, to still have your innocence, or to still believe that God is, and that He's able to do it exceedingly abundantly more than we can think of or imagine. So having a pure heart is just saying It's seeing the good in the bad. It's hoping that the Lord will reign. Having a pure heart is just, hoping for, it's being an optimistic person.
Verse 9, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. So for me, that means if you're a peacemaker, you're trying to prevent things from happening, maybe violence or maybe somebody's hungry. You're trying to prevent them from starving. They're thirsty. You're trying to prevent them from being thirsty, so you feed them. Um, that's just my version of it. And when you do good deeds for other people, then God is saying that He's calling you a child of God,
And He will bless you for.
and He's gonna bless you for those acts of being good to others.
Yep. So keep breaking up those fights. Keep trying to stop people from fighting. Continue to break up arguments and stuff like that. Be a peacemaker and not a problem maker. Be a part of the solution and not a
Not the
problem
problem.
part of the
Yeah.
problem.
Verse 10 says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And for me that means those who are doing the righteous thing and they're being I don't know, put in jail, talked about, um, just things that are negative. Um, God is saying theirs is the kingdom of heaven because they're doing the righteous thing. They're doing what God's asking them to do, but they're being persecuted by others for doing those things. It's almost like for me, you're a Christian, and there's people that are against you, but you're still fighting to be a Christian. And you're not going to let those things make you not a Christian person. So he's saying that theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So he's still gonna bring you up there with him. Verse 11 says, "Blessed are ye when man shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of ill against you falsely for my sake." So that's telling me they're trying to use God as their, um, I guess, as a weapon against you to say, "Oh, you're doing this, and it's not right according to God." But that's not what they should be using God's name in vain.
Mm-hmm.
That's something they shouldn't do, and it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
So verse 12 says, "Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." So I'm ending on that. Do you have anything to say regarding that?
I just wanted to say, stay encouraged. Christians out there, stay encouraged. Know that the race isn't given to the swift, nor is it given to the might, but to those that endure to the end. The Apostle Paul said we have to fight this good fight of faith daily. So we're fighting the faith just along with you. We just wanted to share with you these Beatitudes so that we can give you some perspective to let you know, even though you might be poor in spirit, you may not be as rich as Joyce Myers or T.D. Jakes, God is still blessing you. And he said the kingdom of heaven is yours. You might be humble and you might be meek and you feel like people are taking advantage of you. But God is telling you that you will inherit the earth and that the kingdom of heaven is yours. So stay encouraged. I'm very glad that Maria Throw Grenades at the Devil decided to share this with you. This was this was real needed because a lot of times these preachers or these pastors are preaching condemnation. Oh, you're going to be condemned and this and that. But this right here says that we're going to be blessed. And God is handing out his blessings to us. And so, thank you for sharing this with us. And just God bless you. Stay encouraged.
And I also wanted to say that though sometimes we fall short, we still get up and try again. Continue to do that. God sees what you're doing, and He's gonna take you to heaven when it's time to go. So just stay blessed. It's Maria Throw Grenades at the Devil Christ Sight Magazine. God bless you.